You are clearly a serious archer, but you've put all your attribute points into defense. All the players laugh at you for being a fool, but they don't know your talent is unlimited plunder. As long as you kill monsters, you can plunder their attributes or skills. The plundered skills will convert into passive skills for the archer. The reason you increased your defense is entirely due to the game's attributes. Skills, talents can sync to the real world, so even if your attack and speed are high, you still fear being ambushed from behind. Soon, you created your character. Your ID is named Evil Little River. After entering the game, you headed straight to the village chief. Hello, village chief. Is there anything I can help you with? There are too many undead nearby. I hope you can help the village eliminate some. You have accepted the main quest to kill 200 skeletons and deliver the soul crystals they drop to the village chief. Quest rewards: 300 experience, 10 silver coins, and 1 black iron equipment. The drop rate in the Divine Realm game is extremely low. In the early stages, even a piece of white gear can make players struggle, and this quest rewards black iron equipment right away. So at this moment, the village chief's house is crowded. However, as a reborn player, you know that this quest has a hidden mechanic. If you are the first player to kill 200 elite skeletons, the quest reward will be a piece of gold tier equipment. In your past life, discovering this hidden mechanic allowed you to become a top 3 player thanks to this gold equipment. At this moment, you chuckle. The first piece of gold equipment in the entire server. This belongs to me without a doubt. But elite skeletons are level 5 monsters, and you're not strong enough with just your first skill. So you head to the level 1 grinding area. A small monster spawns, a wild boar with 300 health and attack. With your skill, you shoot an arrow that kills the wild boar. So the damage is reduced by 56. The wild boar charges at you. You keep dodging and repositioning. You quickly bring it down. You have killed a level 1 wild boar. You gain 2 experience points. You successfully plundered the charge skill. Your eyes light up. You didn't expect to plunder a skill on your first try. You quickly check the charge passive skill. After shooting an arrow, it increases your speed by 5. Lasts for 1 second, but you notice the 1% behind the skill. Can the passive stack up to 100 layers? Thinking of this, you continue grinding. In less than a minute, you kill 5 wild boars. You also plunder a passive skill. You see your vitality increase by 3 points, and your skill level rises to 15.1. It can indeed stack. Now, you shoot an arrow. A slight speed increase allows you to kite more monsters. Then, arrows fly towards the group of wild boars. With damage reductions of 58 and 61, dozens of wild boars angrily charge at nearby players. They look dumbfounded. Wow, I just kite dozens of monsters. This might get me trampled by the wild boars. You can tell they are clueless newbies. With your long reach and speed advantage, you keep kiting the wild boars. You quickly eliminate all 38 wild boars. However, you discover a hidden rule of talents. Once vitality and strength reach 10 points, you can no longer plunder attributes. Instead, it converts to plundering the charge skill. So the passive level skyrockets to 23 layers. After shooting an arrow, your speed increases by 115 points. It's simply terrifying. Nearby players are stunned. Wow, I thought you were a newbie. Turns out you're a big shot. At this moment, 2 players with a special prefix approach you. Bro, you're so strong. Interested in being the captain of our guild's raid team, with an annual salary of 10 million. In your memory, in your past life, the Bloodstained Guild was in the top 10. Unfortunately, their reputation wasn't good. They were quite domineering. Besides, you wouldn't even look at a mere 10 million. After all, in reality, you inherited billions from your parents. Thinking of this, you shake your head. Sorry, I won't join your guild. With that, you turn and leave. Bloodstained Wind angrily mutters about you. A mere squishy archer thinks he's invincible, without a tank's protection. Let's see how you kill monsters beyond your level. Bloodstained Cold waves his hand. Just a solo player. Don't take it too seriously. Hurry up and level up. Guarding level 10 wild wolves has its rewards. At this moment, you have reached level 10. Level 10 wild wolves have 751 health. Attack with a level 60 skill. Bite. The wild wolf charges at you first. You shoot twice, dealing 44 and 42 damage. Your speed also rises to 115.5, making it impossible for others to catch up. In less than 20 seconds, you kill the wild wolf. You gain 6 points of strength, bringing your total to 20. Clicking now, you kill 20 wolves. At this moment, you receive a notification that you have reached level 10. You gain 1 point in each attribute. You gain an additional point in free attributes. You allocate your attribute points to defense. You check your information. Your strength is now 24, with a total of 29. You click on 26. Your stats are now double that of players at the same level. Moreover, after killing the wild wolf, you also plunder the bite skill. The third shot of the passive skill deals damage to enemies. Lasts for 3 seconds. You reach 29. If it drops to 20 layers, the accumulated bleeding damage will reach 300 points. That's just terrifying. Seeing this, your excitement rises. You continue fighting the wild wolves. You reached level 3 in 10 minutes. You've looted a total of 20 strength points. You gained 30 agility and a level 20 passive for biting. You also received 13 silver coins and 2 pieces of basic warrior gear. However, you can no longer loot anything from killing wild wolves. You glanced again at your charge skill, which isn't maxed yet. You decisively returned to level 27. Now, you can kill a wild boar with a single arrow. In just a few minutes, the 2.2.2 notification sounded. Crow Village announcement. Due to players killing many offspring of the Wild Boar King, this has angered the Wild Boar King. The boss is about to appear. You're a bit surprised. In a past life, the Wild Boar King should appear in Crow Village in half an hour. The plains. It's my actions that changed history. Before you could think much, a roar echoed across the plains. Wild Boar King, Bronze Lord. Level 3. Health, 96,000. Attack, 480. Skills, Iron Man. Furious Charge Roar. At this moment, many players have rushed to the Wild Boar King. Skills were flying everywhere. -0 damage, -2 damage, -5 damage. Many players' attacks couldn't even break through the Wild Boar King's defenses. Behind, Blood-Stained Cold let out a sneer. Let the casual players suppress the Wild Boar King's health first. When the time is right, we'll strike to grab the handbrake. Don't worry, Brother Han. The handbrake will definitely belong to us. Blood-Stained. At this moment, you hid in the grass, looking determined. The first boss. The handbrake is yours for the taking, because it involves a rare item in the world announcement rewards. Life Essence wants to synchronize in-game power to reality. You must use Life Essence. Life Essence can only be obtained in special dungeons. It can only be obtained through rare methods like world announcements. Half an hour later, the Wild Boar King's health has dropped to 3,000. Then a roar followed. Players were instantly stunned for 3 seconds. The Wild Boar King charged forward. Players hit were instantly killed. Blood-Stained Cold waved his hand, ready to act. But just then, 3 arrows shot out suddenly. The Wild Boar King took 122 damage from a weak point attack. The passive triggered, increasing by 500 points quickly. The Wild Boar King had -100 damage popping up above its head. Your high damage successfully attracted aggro. The Wild Boar King charged angrily towards you. You quickly stepped back while continuing to shoot with your bow. Soon, you fled into the distance, hidden in the grass. At this moment, Blood-Stained Cold finally reacted. That brat is trying to steal the boss. Quick, catch up and take him down. The plains instantly turned into a scene of one person against 6 bosses with thousands of people. However, the players couldn't keep up at all, and you can trigger bleeding with every 3 items. Every few minutes, the Wild Boar King fell at your feet, waiting for the world announcement. Congratulations to player Evil Little River for becoming the first to kill a boss, earning 100 gold coins. Reputation, 1000. Life Essence, 1. Silver Chest. The world channel exploded. The boss first kill should belong to the players of the Dragon Nation, definitely hacking. We need to report, is our mighty guild just being trampled on? All the phones were snatched by the Dragon Nation. At this moment, Ran couldn't even grab the boss's drops, they had to get them. On the other side, you've already leveled up to 4. And you looted the nearby Iron Man. Iron Man's passive skill permanently increases health by 1000 points. When attacked, it prioritizes blocking 200 damage. You grinned. Not bad, not bad. Another treasure for a dog's life. Then you opened the boss's loot chest. Congratulations. You received 140 silver coins, a black iron warrior skill book, a black iron warrior bracer, a bronze longbow, and a thin bone longbow, bronze grade, level 3, plus 10 strength, plus 3 agility, plus 3% crit rate. Your eyes sparkled. It even adds crit rate. That's quite a nice find. Just then, Blood-Stained Guild. The crowd surrounded you with unfriendly expressions. You smiled playfully. What is the president of Blood-Stained planning? Blood-Stained Cold spoke up. Sell me all the gear dropped by the Wild Boar King. You set the price. You shook your head. Sorry, I won't sell this gear. Blood-Stained Cold frowned suddenly, stubborn and unyielding. Since you won't sell, then don't blame me for taking it. Kill him. As soon as the words were spoken, you were ensnared by Blood-Stained Wind. You fell into a cursed battle, and the effect of the curse was applied to you. Defense and attack reduced by 80%. Lasts for 1 minute. You chuckled lightly. Not a bad talent. Too bad it will be you who dies today. Blood-Stained Cold snorted. So much unnecessary talk. Then he swung a knife at you. After seeing the damage, Blood-Stained Cold was stunned. What? Even with 80% defense reduction, my damage surprisingly got through the defense. How is this possible? At this moment, you unleashed a barrage of arrows. Triggered bleeding effect. 100. You grinned widely, prepared to face the fear of being dominated by the archer. As soon as the words were spoken, countless skills became effective. A series of damage notifications appeared. -0, -0, -0 damage. Blood-Stained Maple was stunned. What the hell? Why is his defense so high? Is my talent fake? And you unleashed another flurry of arrows. Every 3 items can trigger bleeding for 100 damage. You can reap a life in just a few seconds. Blood-Stained and the others. Their morale crumbled. And soon they were all taken down by you. At this moment, you finally had time to check the channel rewards. First, you opened the silver chest. You received 500 gold coins and a pair of hunter's gloves, silver grade, plus 10 strength, plus 8 agility, plus 5 defense, plus 5% crit rate. You chuckled lightly. Another piece of gear that boosts crits. Not bad, not bad. After equipping, you took out another item. Life Essence. Using it can sync 5% of enhanced attributes to your real body, up to 20. Just consume 20 life essences. Then you'll have 100% of the game's attributes. In memory, the first life essence sold for billions. But you really aren't short on money. Without hesitation, you used the life essence. You chuckled. Now you can finally go hunt elite skeletons. That's related to hidden rewards and gold level gear. Before long, you arrived at the Dark Hero. A level 5 ordinary skeleton soldier appeared before you. An arrow shot out, dealing 189 damage. You directly took out the skeleton. With just a quarter of your health, you can easily deal with a skeleton pin. You killed a level 5 skeleton soldier, gaining 10 experience points. You looted 2 points of spirit. You ignored him. You continued killing skeletons. You killed over 10. Finally, you looted the passive skill, Heavy Slash, after entering combat. The first shot dealt an extra 50 damage. You were shocked. What the hell? The maximum damage reached 5,000. Even though it was just one arrow. That's still outrageous. Keep killing monsters. After more than 10 minutes, you leveled up to 5. You also gained 30 spirit and 99 heavy slashes from the skeleton soldier. At this point, you can no longer loot ordinary skeletons. Then you walked deeper inside. You soon encountered an elite monster. Skeleton Warrior, elite level 5. Health, 4,400, attack, 138, skill, heavy slash. This elite level 5 skeleton warrior utterly outclasses ordinary skeletons. You knocked an arrow and shot. The passive triggered, dealing 5,102 damage. You killed a level 5 skeleton warrior, gaining 30 experience and looting the rare skill Undead Form as a passive effect. Immunity to fear, stun, and negative mental effects. Plus 55 to all attributes. You grinned. Truly worthy of being an elite monster. The rewards are far superior to those of ordinary monsters. Then, a barrage of arrows shot out. Although Heavy Slash can only trigger once in battle. Your charge passive, however, added 500 to your energy. The elite skeleton couldn't keep up at all. In less than an hour, you killed 200 elite skeletons. You have obtained 200 elite spirit crystals. Quickly submit the quest to the village chief. You weren't in a hurry to return to town. And you picked up the items dropped by the skeletons. You obtained 4 Heavy Slash skill books and 12 pieces of level 5 basic gear. Heavy Slash is a warrior's initial skill. Its only role is to act as a component in synthesizing advanced skill books. Improve success rates. Conversely, the basic gear can be sold for 1,000. Just as you were about to return to town, the ground shook violently. Then a formation rose up. Then you disappeared from the spot. A flash of light. You appeared in a corridor. Just as you were confused, a giant skeleton appeared ahead. Skeleton Hunter keyed, Bronze Lord level. Health, 600,000. Attack, 150,000. Skills, 800. Hunter's Intuition, Dark Sword Shadow, Nightfall. Crow Village Announcement. A player discovered a boss in the Dark Forest. All players are requested to head over and kill it immediately. You were somewhat puzzled. Why would I encounter this leopard? This spawn point was the strategy groups from Last Life, the Residual Cloud Guild. Players discovered that they could reach 200 elite skeletons without triggering the teleportation array. Before you could think much, the skeleton hunter roared angrily. Intruder in the Forbidden Land. No mercy. A dark elemental spear is being developed. The condensed swordsman suddenly shot. As you dodged, you quickly shot an arrow, dealing 5,203 damage. Then, using your movement speed, you kept pulling away, knocking off half his health after over 20 minutes. At this moment, the skeleton hunter was once again engulfed in rage, facing the Dark Judgment. Suddenly, an arrow was shot. It split into hundreds of dark swordsmen. This was his skill, Dark Sword. This time, you couldn't dodge. 3 consecutive hits dealt 460 damage each, dropping your health to 1/3. You thought to yourself, damn, good thing my whole family's defense is high. Otherwise, I would have been killed instantly. The attack stopped. You continued to unleash your explosive attacks. Another 20 minutes passed. The skeleton hunter crashed to the ground. You killed the level 6 skeleton hunter keyed, earning 1,680 experience points. You looted the ultra-rare skill, Hunter's Intuition, a passive effect that allows you to predict the enemy's next move. The higher your spirit, the greater the chance. Your eyes lit up. It's actually a prediction, though it sounds mysterious, but it can have unexpected effects in real combat. Then you picked up the boss's loot. Bone Ring, Bronze Grade, plus 12 Strength, plus 4 Defense. Traits, plus 5% attack speed. After equipping, your strength has risen to 118. You far surpassed the attack potential of your level. A voice sounded from that side. Young man, you're quite impressive. You suddenly turned around. A black throne appeared out of nowhere, encased in silver chains like a root cage. An ugly old man was bound to the throne. You were stunned, unable to move. What the hell? Necromancer Noah's, you never expected this. You never expected to see the hidden king, Noah's, before the final storyline opened. He transformed into a demon after breaking free. The attack nearly led to Crow's downfall. Your eyes sparkled. At this moment, he was in a sealed state. Can I kill them directly? You hurriedly cast a probing spell. Necromancer Noah's, level unknown, status. Cannot attack while sealed. You sighed. Alright, looks like I overthought it. At this moment, Noah's let out a saintly laugh. Young man, you are the first to complete the trial within 2 hours. Would you like to be given a chance? As long as you shatter the core of that formation, I will grant you supreme power. After hearing this, you understood. So you need to kill 200 elite monsters within the time limit to activate the teleportation array. No wonder no one triggered this hidden condition in the last life. Newbie village players simply don't have that kind of strength. However, you know Noah's well. There's no way you'll let him go. How can I extract some benefits? In the last life, players extracted power from NPCs. They could go to that area without excessive effort. And you are a seasoned expert in this. Thinking of this, you revealed a flattering expression. What can you grant me? Noah's laughed. I can grant you the legacy of the skeleton hunter. You nodded excitedly. Alright, I promise you. Then he turned and walked away. Before long, a wave of heat rushed towards you. A sea of boiling lava appeared ahead. The core of the formation was absorbing energy from it. You completely ignored the core of the formation. Instead, you wildly shot at it. A few minutes later, you returned with a face of regret. Lord Noah's power is too weak. I'm afraid I can't help you. Noah's frowned. Young man, I witnessed you defeated. Your power is definitely sufficient. You shook your head in disbelief. That was a legendary spell cast by your teammate. Now the effect has worn off. Noah's was about to vomit. Why didn't you say so earlier? But he soon calmed down. Gently, I'll lend you a weapon, he said, moving his fingers. The ring sparkled with a gleam. A longbow of hunting appeared before you. Silver grade, plus 10 strength, plus 5 constitution, plus 9 agility, traits, plus 10% damage to demonic creatures. You grinned. These attributes are really nice. After equipping, you turned and walked back. You arrived at the lava again and shot wildly for a few minutes. Noah's was somewhat on the verge of collapse. Why are you back again? You awkwardly smiled. This power is still a bit lacking. Noah's looked calm on the surface. But inside, he was cursing. You better be ready. Once I break free, I will torment you for 7 days and nights. He laughed. I no longer have any magical gear suitable for you, but I do have a gold grade skill book. I hope you won't disappoint me this time. Your eyes lit up. Rest assured, for Keed's legacy, I will give it my all. After taking the skill, you rushed towards Noah's magic array. Noah's was baffled. You're going the wrong way. You chuckled. I didn't go the wrong way. That is great Mage Noah's. Thank you for your gift. Until we meet again. Then he slowly vanished from the spot. Noah's was furious. You dare to deceive me. I will tear you to pieces. After returning to town, you decisively learned Thunder Strike. Harnessing the power of thunder into a ring. Stuns enemies for 2 seconds. Your eyes lit up. Damage is greatly enhanced. Whether in player versus player fights or soloing, it's simply exhilarating. At this moment, the world announcement sounded. Congratulations to player Evil Little River for becoming the first to obtain a gold skill. Reward, 500 gold coins. Reputation, 2000. Life Essence, 1. The world players went into an uproar. Damn, how is it Evil Little River again? Is he from the soil of the moon? He didn't even get the first kills on 8 bronze bosses. This time the first gold skill was taken by the Dragon Demon. The mighty guild can go eat dirt. At this moment, you had already found the village chief. When you handed him 200 soul crystals, his eyes nearly popped out. Oh my, they're all soul crystals from skeleton warriors. Your strength truly exceeded my expectations. Ding. Congratulations on completing the task. Eliminate the undead to gain experience. 1000 gold coins and a time golden prompt. Your level has risen to 7000. You added all your attribute points to defense. You opened your mouth again. A large number of undead appeared in the Black Crow Mountains. I hope you can go explore the situation. You nodded immediately. You agreed to take the quest. Explore the Dark Mountains. Reward, unknown. After bidding farewell, you took out the beetle shell to examine it. Recovering 5 health points per second is simply overpowered. After switching to leather armor, your health, your defense and endurance have greatly increased. At this moment, a prompt sounded. Ding. World announcement. Congratulations to player Evil Little River for becoming the first player to obtain gold equipment. Reward, 1000 gold coins. Reputation, 3000. Life Essence, 1. Gold chest, 1. I'm done. Totally done. The world channel was filled with question marks. At this moment, you opened the gold chest. You received 2000 gold coins and a flash skill book. After reading the skill description, you were excited. With my current 62 spirit points, the flash distance reaches 16.3 meters. You nodded in satisfaction. Not bad, not bad. Then you used 2 life essences. Then you felt your insides rapidly shatter. A warm power swept over your body. At this moment, 15% of your game attributes have synced to reality. Seeing that it was getting late, you hurriedly logged out of the game. You arrived at the gym. You punched the sandbag. You didn't expect the sturdy sandbag to break with just one punch. You felt a bit excited. Such gains on the first day. Continue grinding in the divine realm, among the 11. I will possess superhuman physical abilities. After finishing a big meal, you prepared to sleep. At this moment, in the conference room of the UK 877 Guild, the atmosphere was particularly tense. Anger was boiling over due to Evil Little River. He made 3 world announcements in one day. Domestic players are scolding us for growing up drinking boiling water. Kawashima frowned. I suggest deploying within the Dragon Nation Guild to target evil Little River in the game. Quickly uncover his identity. Bagya nodded. You go make arrangements. If necessary, we can ally with the Korean 83. Strive to defeat him in one fell swoop, to prevent future troubles. The next day, after entering the game, you arrived at the shop. I need a red and blue 50 black iron backpack, a 150-piece swordsman wisdom, 230 gold coins. You were stunned. What the hell, this is highway robbery. The merchant wore a worried expression. Little brother, you may not know, my caravan was attacked by beasts. The stock is low. Naturally, prices will rise. Upon hearing this, it struck you suddenly. It turns out that in his past life, his caravan was transporting crucial imperial goods during the Bright Stone when it was attacked by Frost. The attack by the Frost King caused the loss of the Bright Stone, and the Frost Bear King happened to be killed by a player who got lucky. In the end, the merchant exchanged a mysterious item with the player for the Bright Stone. That player became one of the top strongmen thanks to that item. Thinking of this, after buying the items, you hurriedly left. A few minutes later, you arrived at the village entrance. A group of people slowly approached. They looked quite miserable. They had wounds of all sizes on their bodies. You smiled. It seems the caravan was just attacked. You need to find that boss quickly. In the blink of an eye, you arrived at Cruzlin. This is a level 10 map. Mainstream players have just reached levels 5 and 6. Only a very few rare talent holders come here to explore. Soon, you encountered the first wave of monsters, black bears. Black grade, level, 6,500 health, attack, 360 skill, roar. At this moment, two black bears charged towards you. You quickly shot golden energy arrows. Lightning continued to swirl around you, engulfing the black bear. Then a massive damage value of 7,723 appeared above your head. With Thunderstrike and a reload, you instantly killed the black bear. At this moment, another black bear closed in, and you quickly blinked behind it, firing 3 arrows that took away a quarter of its health. You kept pulling away from the black bears, soon looting 8 constitution and 4 strength points, along with a passive skill, Roar, which adds +5 strength when entering combat. Defense +5. Keep grinding monsters. An hour later, you leveled up to 8. You also killed the passive, entering combat now, directly adding a little energy. You can continue deeper. The surroundings were already covered in ice and snow. A giant bear appeared before you, Frost Bear King, Silver Lord level, with 500,000 health and an attack. Skill, 2,800. Ice Flame, Ice Armor, Heavy Ice Column Strike. Describes a monster in the Cruz Forest, a young bear king with the bloodline of a frost dragon. Crow Village announcement. A player discovered a boss in the Cruz Forest. All players are requested to go kill it immediately. You frowned. You must kill it before players arrive. You shot 3 arrows, dealing 4,844 damage. -0 damage. Your basic attacks couldn't break the defense at all. Fortunately, the 3 arrows triggered the bleeding passive. The Bear King had -100 damage popping up above its head. The Bear King's rage surged. It launched an ice column down at you. You dodged while continuously turning to shoot arrows. After over 10 minutes, the Bear King's health dropped to 80%. The Bear King let out a roar. Countless ice flames emerged. You chuckled lightly. Now's your chance. Then, as the ice flames fell, you blinked to the Bear King's back. You unleashed another series of basic attacks. Based on your observations, the Bear King uses the Ice Column skill every time it takes 5% damage. It uses Ice Flame every time it takes 20% damage. So you must ensure that you can blink when the Bear King uses Ice Flame. Thus, you fought for over 40 minutes. The Bear King eventually bled out and died. You killed the level 10 Frost King, earning 8,840 experience points. Congratulations, you leveled up to 9. You gained 4 attribute points and 1 with attribute. You successfully looted the ice skill. Your eyes lit up. This is the first time you've seen a rare quality passive skill, Ice Flame, which attaches frost fire to arrows, causing enemies to lose 400 speed for every point of ice damage taken, lasting 3 seconds. The skill can be triggered every 10 seconds. After seeing the effect, you were stunned. This passive skill can significantly reduce enemy speed. It can also cause massive damage of 1,000 points per second. Keep in mind that most level 10 players only have a few times that speed. With one strike, the enemy is left standing still. Then you open the treasure chest. Congratulations on obtaining the Camp 800 Brightness number 11 skill book. A white bear fights blood. An ice frost dragon blood crystal garment. You took out the skill book first. The frost trap effect sets up a frost trap around you. Freeze the enemy for 0.5 seconds after being triggered. Causes 300 plus mental damage multiplied by 7 frost damage. Good fellow. Isn't this Teemo's mushroom skill? Not bad, not bad. Then took out another item. Frost Dragon Blood Crystal Epic Effect. Increases spirit by 30 after consumption. Increase magic power by 10,000 and permanently gain 20% frost resistance. Good stuff. Decisively take. Look at the fire attribute. At this time, Strength 150, Constitution 109, Agile 72, Spirit 94, Defense 108. Woohoo takes off. Just when you were about to return to the city, pop up a friend notification. I was the one who bought equipment from you before. The translates to the. I received the news. Bloodstained Cold leads a group of people to hunt you down. It is said that they applied for a powerful prop from the trade union. Do you need our help? Thank you for the reminder. I can handle the matters stained with blood in the guild myself. Well then, brother, be extra careful. Just closed friend chat. Then I saw Blood-Stained Cold leading dozens of people rushing over. I'm happy that we meet again. Wave your hand. Brothers stained with blood are here to deliver again. Ran, you are too arrogant. I know your damage is very high, but only the first sword can kill in an instant. And we have arranged for 40 Union elites. What do you have to fight me with? After speaking, he took out a red scroll. This item is very precious. Your role is to forcibly bring both parties into the arena. Only when all personnel on one side are dead can they return to the game world. The losing side permanently gains 10% of the attributes. The number of dropped items doubles. Victory will earn permanent attribute point rewards based on the number of opponents. A flash of light. You appear in a martial arts arena. Bloodstained Maple is the first to use the curse talent. Your attack and defense suddenly decrease by 80%. Then the Bloodstained Soldier player rushes towards you, and you suddenly appeared behind everyone. A swordsman attached to the ice surface emits a reduction of 5,223. Reduced 231. Reduced 220. One glance took down 3 bloodstained angels. 3 more people are frozen in place. Bloodstained Cold Fire. Remote job gives me concentrated fire. After speaking, a large number of swordsmen. Fireball spell. Ice cones and other skills are coming at you. Reduce 0, reduce 0, reduce 0. Seeing this scene, Bloodstained Cold, a face full of despair. Why is it like this? In order to deal with you, he has already done his utmost. Apply to the guild for a set of iron armor and 40 books of black iron technology. Form this team. The strength is enough to defeat an enemy of level 10 bronze. I am also being pressed to the ground and beaten by you. Under the gaze stained with blood and cold, you eliminated the others. Then he said to him with a smile, remember to bring more people to snipe me next time. Oh, by the way, make sure to wear your equipment properly. Convenient for me to stock up. Blood stains the cold path of anger. Do you take us for some kind of blood-stained equipment wholesale department? Don't be so arrogant. However, the words are not finished. English. Congratulations on your victory in the competition arena. This reward physique, strength, agile, spirit, defense. Overtime, you are suddenly enlightened. These attribute points need to be leveled up to level 10 to obtain. This duel will be stained with so much blood. He's really a good person. After returning to the novice village, you contacted the broken clouds in the sky. When the remnants of clouds in the sky watch dozens of pieces of black iron equipment piled in front of you like garbage. It is a person rushing. I can't believe I farmed monsters all day and only got 3 pieces of black iron equipment. The quantity you have is too terrifying. Perhaps you have eliminated all the blood-stained elite team. You chuckled. They just need to have hands. Alright, these equipment you look at and marry off. Finally, these equipment made you earn 15,256 gold and silver with tears after the separation of the remnants of the clouds in the sky. You have arrived at Kalu village. The caravan that was previously attacked by the Bear King is parked at the entrance of the store. The merchant's face is full of worry at this time. Finished. If the Stone of Light cannot be found before the celebration.
大谢发快了，听完你快步上前，抛出光明之势，说道：“商人。”
Mr. Merchant, is it the thing you mentioned, the Stone of Light? The merchant suddenly looked up. Light, Stone of Light. If you can hand me the Stone of Light, I am willing to exchange 3 things with you. Prompt. The merchant Pickle has opened his hidden shop for you. Although there isn't much inside, but equipment, medicine, the backpack and other things are relatively attractive. However, you are attracted by a pitch black thing. The world sacred object announces death. Angel state. Sealing effect unknown. Unblocking method. Absorb the power of 10,000 travel deaths. Kill 10,000 monsters. The world sacred relics are treasures born alongside the world. Previous life to strategize against the big boss in the game world. There are a total of 49 world relics. Each item has different functions. You are a little excited. I don't know what functions this thing will have after being unblocked. Finally, you talk to people. Tell the angel about the 800 grid golden backpack and a golden ring. Glanced at the ring's attributes. Critical hit rate increased by 8%. You nod in satisfaction. It's time to complete the task assigned by the village chief. Half an hour later, you have arrived at the Black Duck Mountains. A group of black ducks is flying in the sky. Now this level 10 golden back monster can be killed in one hit. The swordsman continuously emits. Within a few minutes, more than 200 black ducks were killed. At the same time, plundered 60 points of agility and 100 passives. The dark sword passive skill attaches dark energy to the swordsman. Inflicts an additional 1000 points of dark damage. And at this time, the black duck can no longer plunder. You continue to delve deeper into the surroundings. Light gray mist begins to drift. Tip you to discover the first abnormal area of the Black Crow Mountains. Task progress increased by 10%. According to the plan of the previous life. Want to complete the village chief's exploration task. Must find 5 abnormal areas and 3 abnormal objects. And the mastermind behind the mutations. And you remember the coordinates of these places very clearly. Keep moving forward. Quickly encountered a monster. It is a black iron level form with 20,000 health. A arrow shot out reduces 5486. Immediately triggered the passive effect form of the Ice Flame Dark Sword. While being frozen, losing 21 billion health points per second. You can kill a zombie in an average of 3 seconds. You leveled up to level 10 after a few minutes. The world announcement congratulates player Wicked Little River for becoming the first player to reach level 10. Reward 2,000 gold coins. 10,000 3,000 lives 011 gold 111,111's New Horse Village Jojo Guild President is leading the pioneering team to farm monsters. The Kyushu Guild, as the #1 guild in China, is the president of the guild. The proud confidence of the 9 provinces. However, at this moment, hearing the world announcement, he frowned. You will have 11 openings. Why is the upgrade speed of this wicked little lotus so fast? Our team can be said to be the elite of the elite, and also came over in a team. Is this not better than him? Jojo Yuntian sighed. Since guarding a level 10 can't get it, then let's rush to be the first to clear the dungeon. I don't believe that he can complete the copy alone and then wave his hand. Everyone, don't lose heart. Keep practicing. And at this moment, you have already picked up the items dropped by the Walking Dead, except for silver coins and some equipment. Also obtained a few black stones. With this item, you can enter the novice dungeon using the Black Soul Stone. Current quantity 8. You can unlock a dungeon in Keilu village by nodding and collecting 100. Not bad, not bad. Then open the golden treasure chest rewarded by the system. Open 2,000 gold coins and a pair of pants, Frenzy Pants, quality, gold, life plus 600. Defense plus 40, physical fitness plus 30, agility plus 20. Characteristic: increase attack speed by 5% after each attack. Upper limit 25%. Your eyes brighten up, truly worthy of being golden equipment. Attributes are strong. Immediately after, you took the essence of life. Attributes synchronized to reality. Rose to 20%. Continue exploring the anomaly zone. Spent 1 hour exploring to 120. 120. You have already reached 40%. At this point, you have arrived at the 5th anomalous area. You giant creature slowly emerges. The Corpse King Black Iron level boss has a health of 200,000 at level. Attack 980 skill Corpse King's corpse poison at the time of error. You have now set up a frost trap in place. Then an arrow shot out, reducing 5578. Simultaneously trigger passive 2120. You have already rushed your car at 1011. You have run to a little bit of a position. Every moment becomes an ice sculpture. And at this moment, you have set a trap under your feet. The Lion King roars in anger, breaking free from the ice while spraying a cloud of green poison at you. And you directly blinked back to 10 meters away. The Corpse King strikes again, quickly stepped into a trap and turned into an ice sculpture. Just going back and forth like this for more than 10 minutes. The Corpse King has finally been successfully defeated by you. Defeating the level 10 Zombie King gives you 2,160 experience points. Plunder to a rare skill mistake. After the passive skill hits the enemy.
团剧毒武器对附近敌人施加中毒效果。
Reduce damage by 200 points per second. Lasts for 10 seconds. You are suddenly enlightened. Good guy. Another passive effect with an additional negative effect. If this is fully brushed, then combined with other passives. Reduce more than 4,000 health per second. Simply outrageous. Then you found 3 anomalous objects according to the coordinates in your memory. It is 3 broken maps. The task completion rate has now reached 80%. As long as we find the mastermind behind it, we can complete the village chief's task. Thinking of this, continue forward. Quickly found an abandoned small broken house. The 2 people in front are the severely injured necromancer Joseph and the severely injured paladin Caden. At this moment, the necromancer spoke. Friend, you are just an insignificant knight beside Saintess Carol. The knight is not playing games with me, the knight said seriously. Although I am a squire, but also willing to sacrifice life for the Holy Mother and righteousness. Then raised the sword and slashed at the necromancer. And at this moment, a character named Carol, the heir of the God of Light, emerged in your mind. Very loved by the original work's common people. However, in the end, he was assassinated by the Dark Empire. And this matter is connected to a legendary hidden secret. At this moment, looking at the necromancer here. At this moment, his level has dropped to level 9. However, it is still much stronger than the knight. At this moment, he waved his staff. Hundreds of skeletons emerged from the ground. Surround the knight. At this moment, gritting one's teeth and launching an attack. At this moment, the skeleton can't be killed at all. At this moment, his health is already in a precarious state. At this moment, you shot out 5957. The necromancer is angry. Maid, who is ambushing me? I have now slowly revealed myself. The knight asked, who are you? I am Carlos Adventurer. You are currently in a dead state. The necromancer handed it to me. You hurry back to heal. The knight hesitated a bit, but in the end, she still nodded. Mr. Adventurer, you extend a helping hand at this moment. Ding Guodao Knight Cardon increases your favorability by 40. And at this time, the necromancer is waving the dragon. You are now in the arrow's release, his mistake passive. The mist directly reduces the skeleton's coverage by 200. Reduce 200. Can kill more than a dozen skeletons in a few seconds. And the skeleton can't catch up at all. All died within a few minutes. The necromancer is completely foolish. Hastily kneeling down to beg for mercy. Spare my life. As long as you let me go, I agree to any conditions. You take out the map. Then you tell me the coordinates of the undead nest. I'll just let you go. Don't think about you and me in my task. The task is completed. I will hear the prompts. The necromancer nodded repeatedly. Then he marked it on the map. Congratulations on completing all the tasks. The task progress has reached 1%. Please submit the task to the village chief as soon as possible. You can just hee once. You can go now. The necromancer respectfully faces you in a blizzard. I may secretly hate you to death. Damned humans. Wait for me to heal my injuries before I come back to seek revenge on you. Thinking of this, he turned around and left. However, at this moment, a few swordsmen struck him. Reduce 5423. Reduce 2300. The necromancer turned back in anger. Damned humans. You do not uphold the spirit of the contract. You press me a little. This is a task that I, as an archer, cannot complete. Your hammer spirit, in the nerves is the unwilling necromancer falling to the ground. Now I can finally go back to submit the task. The first clear of the first dungeon in the whole server belongs to me alone. Then you found the village chief and submitted the task. Luo village announcement. Due to the player Evil Little River completing the main quest, the novice dungeon of the undead magic tide will open in 1 hour. The first team in the world to clear the novice dungeon will receive a system reward. Newbie. My task has begun. The monsters in the new dungeon will gain contribution points. After the task is completed, generous rewards will be distributed according to the contribution ranking. The channel once again tells you which guild can achieve the first kill of the dungeon, you and I on one side. I must be the Pickle Guild of MY. Go away. Our country's idol association is the best. And at this time, you have already accepted the task. The task earned 2000 experience. 50 gold coins and a sword with frost, sword belt quality golden effect 1. Automatically pick up undamaged swordsman effects within 100 meters. After attacking the enemy, reduce their movement speed and attack speed by 15%. Storage of 20,000 arrows. You are shocked. What the hell? The effect of this equipment is simply against the heavens. Time turns. You have arrived at the instance entrance. Just happened to encounter how many people in the sky come out of the instance. You step forward to ask about the progress of your dungeon's exploration. Translates to, in the sky smiles bitterly. No progress at all. Not even seeing the first level boss Shadow. However, we also have some ideas. Maybe trying a few more times will help find the boss. You nod your head. I know how to attack when teaming up to go in. The remaining clouds in the sky suddenly brighten before my eyes. Really? That's great. After forming a team, you have chosen the difficult mode. A flash of light. A few people disappeared in place. After entering the dungeon, the winds are raging. Eager to ask Brother Xiaohe, do you know where the boss of the copy is? You chuckled. Expose of the first level of the copy. You need to kill 4 undead bosses within 30 minutes, and suddenly realize in the sky. I see. Previously, while clearing the land, we found a 10-fold altar on the left side. After being shattered, a undead leader will appear. According to what you said, are there 3 other altars in other places? You nod your head. You each deal with the small monsters and bosses in the left, right, and back 3 directions. They are relatively weak. Leave the strongest in front to me. Then the few people separated. You will soon encounter the monster skeleton spear hand. Black Iron Elite level has a health value of 23,000. Attack 480. Skill throw piercing. The skeleton spear hand directly activates the thrower to reduce 98. Reduce 110. However, this damage is nothing compared to over 10,000 health points. Click on it a little bit. The defense of Lousy is not added for nothing. Then a series of arrows were released, reducing 6,001 reducing 620. The third sword instantly summoned a group of corpses. The skeleton spear hand's health is rapidly dropping. All the little monsters will be cleared out in half an hour. This scene left several people in the sky of the remnants of clouds dumbfounded. What the hell is this defense? What the hell is this health? What kind of damage is this? And you have already started attacking with stone strikes. Quickly attack its blood volume. At the same time, the head of the undead is brushed out. You quickly release a frost trap. A series of arrows were shot out. The commander at this moment touches, at the same time decaying corpses prey while flashing to create distance. The commander triggered the frost impact during the pursuit, and you continuously trigger the passive with normal attacks. And the other few people also almost simultaneously killed the leader. Blame me for the prompt sounding at this moment. The first layer guardian boss has arrived. When attacked, it is considered a failure to pass through, and then a giant monster slowly appears. Corrosion Queen Bronze Boss. Level 14. Health points. 490,000 attacks. 2,550 skills. Corrosion summons rotten corpses. Corpse devours the dark, impacting the remnants of clouds. Heaven quickly asked the Little River Brothers how to defeat this boss. I output boss. Please help me pull away the corpse he summoned. You just let him release the rotten corpse. You. After shooting an arrow, the 3,936 corpse queen swings her bone staff. Let the servants kill for this king. They suddenly drilled out a corrosion of an axe from the ground. At the same time, release the great axe gun to attract the corpses. The rotting corpse simultaneously charges forward to attack the zombies behind, continuously giving the soldiers health recovery. And you are much more relaxed facing it alone at this moment. Quickly speed continues and he killed the boss every time releasing dark impact on you. You just happen to use flash to strike at the right time. At the same time, it prompts you to kill the level 14 rotten corpse queen with an output speed of 50 to 60%. 112,754 experience contribution points plus 235 residual clouds laughing loudly in the sky. We should now be considered the first team to clear the first level. You nod your head. Go. We went to the second layer of the undead nest, which is a narrow tunnel filled with dense skeleton mages. It took you more than an hour to pass through the second layer. It's worth mentioning that you looted a passive skill, Giant Skeleton Effect, from your body in the second layer. Health increased by 10,000 points, defense increased by 1,000 points, glanced at my player face, evil. Level 13. Life 256, Strength 22560, Strength 252, Constitution 323, Agile 276, Spirit 128, Attack Speed 5.03 per second, Physical Defense 1512, Legal Defense 1350, you grin and smile, and this attribute can challenge the same level Silver Stick, then with a wave of the hand. Let's go. Go to the third floor, a dark red area. Final boss. The Skeleton King stands before the Skeleton King's throne. The Skeleton King Silver Lord level. 15 health points, 900,000 attack, 4,800 skills. Fear Aura War Trample Rift Earth Slash. At this moment, the Skeleton King suddenly spoke. Humanity. You finally came. You were stunned. This situation is not right. In your past life, you also typed a word. The Skeleton King has never said a word. You speak with doubt. How do you know? I, the king, am the destined spirit of Norris. Through the soul contract, I can see everything about him. I can't help but say that you, the adventurer, did very well. It is also thanks to you that you angered Noahs.
让他失去理智的采用了。
This king is the only one with the opportunity to awaken consciousness. You are a little surprised. What is the last resort? Restricted by the limitations of the contract. I cannot tell you this news. In short, you need to be vigilant about the impending crisis. Then took out a giant sword. Come on, adventurers. Let this king see your strength. Speaking of which, a sword slashed through the sky hurriedly blocks, yet was instantly killed by the Skeleton King with one strike. The Skeleton King said, too weak. 10,000 feet of fierce wind. A few people are confused. This kind of hurt is too terrifying. You frowned. You going up is also a death sentence. Help me come by myself. Back off a bit. After speaking, a sword issued a reduction of 5,400. Simultaneously triggers passive to reduce 2,100 per second. The Skeleton King's tone is pleasant. Not bad. This king can fight you with all his strength. Say you can Black Halo Flash through battle prompts. You are immune to this fear effect. This is thanks to your undead body's passive skill, Skeleton King, being stunned. Somewhat interesting. Speaking of a war trample, the ground ahead is continuously fracturing, and you suddenly appeared behind him. The sword's momentum continues to emerge. At this moment, the Skeleton King turned around and struck with a sword, to quickly dodge by relying on speed, then released the frost trap. The Skeleton King stepped on a trap while being chased and turned into an ice sculpture. Just keep pulling like this. The Skeleton King's health quickly dropped to a thread. The Blood Skeleton King has given up resistance. It is this king who has lost. He half kneels on the ground. This village has your protection. Will not be destroyed by Noahs. You look at him calmly. What other meaning do you have? You can send this king's corpse to Silver Dragon Island, then buried next to the tomb of this king's queen. Ding. Congratulations on triggering the hidden task. The king's promise. You nod. Good. Leave it to me. Thank you, your adventurer. Let's get started. Can die under your sword. I am honored that you sighed. Goodbye. Once a king. After speaking, a sword ended the life of the Skeleton King. The first season of The Most Evil Plunder ends here. Ending Scattered Flowers. Babies who are still interested can search for Silver Evil using the Wukong browser. Thank you all for your support.